Owing money to the IRS is never fun. We know this. We help clients over the years navigate the tax code, but sometimes we get clients that, they were working with another tax accountant or they were trying to do it on their own, and fast forward into the future, they owe big money to the IRS. So we have an entire department just, assigned for tax resolution cases. So whether you owe a few $1,000s to the IRS, whether you owe $100,000 to the IRS, whether it's for you on a personal level or it's your business, we're here to help you. We have an entire team that's dedicated to helping navigate you through the tax code. And there's some tax relief programs out there. So I know a lot of you've heard of the Fresh Start program that's available to you. There's also, the offer and compromise. A lot of people talk about that. That's like the holy grail of tax relief, where basically you negotiate with the IRS. You say, hey, listen, I owe $20,000. I can't pay it, right? And the IRS is going to say, okay, well, we want to see your income. We want to see your assets. We want to see what your monthly bills are. So it's a very complex process. We put that over together and we send that over to the IRS. The IRS is going to review that, evaluate it, and they may actually say, hey, you know what? You owe $20,000, but you've demonstrated that you don't have the capacity to pay that, and they will reduce it. This doesn't always happen. The IRS is in the business of collecting money. So these more often than not get denied, but there are cases where you do qualify for it, and the IRS is turned around and reduces that, and then the balance that you owe, they are sometimes nice enough to even put it on a payment plan. So there are a lot of tax, relief programs out there. Another one, which is probably the most common, is just a payment plan. You can get on a payment plan with the IRS for up to 72 months. They do tack on interest, so it is important to pay that as fast as possible. But you can get on a payment plan, have a manageable payment, so that way you can pay off your IRS debt. Sometimes as well, they allow you to apply to get interest and penalties removed. You have to apply for that. The IRS, they will work with you. They're not the nicest people in the world. They do have a job to do, which is collect money for the government. But they do work with you, especially when you're working with someone like us. We have enrolled agents on staff that work directly with the IRS. They know what you will qualify for, and they work with the IRS to try and make sure that you can get that, so we can reduce your tax debt. Some people that will receive this letter that they owe, thousands of dollars to the IRS, but they've already retired. They're only receiving Social Security, or they're receiving disability, and they really can't pay the IRS that. So what we're able to do is we're able to put them in a non-collectible status. So we basically tell the IRS, hey, listen, our client really can't pay this tax debt. So the IRS kind of freezes collections for 5 years, and then they don't go after that client to try and get that money. It's every 5 years though. So in the next 5 years, we have to demonstrate that capacity again that the client cannot pay. So these are like programs available to you if you're the IRS. There are several other programs out there, but kind of like the point is, don't go at it alone. It's impossible for you to know all the programs that are out there. Tax laws change constantly. There's been some new laws passed in the government within the last, 3 years that have really changed the way the tax code is enforced. There's news out there that the IRS budget is increased. They're going to have more revenue officers, more collecting agents out there. So, it's impossible for you to go at it alone and deal with it all by yourself. Definitely work with, us here at Apex Advisor Group. We have experts that do this constantly. I always tell people we're the Michael Jordans, we're the LeBron James of the tax resolution world. So definitely don't go at it alone. Contact us and let's see how we can help you get out of any tax resolution debt that you may have.